this week we have been navigating our way around our makeshift scaffolding, and it's kind of meant you have to kind of duck under a little bit, but we put this scaffolding together so we can get up to this wall behind me in our library. We have been working on getting all the drywall finished and sanded, and we are now painting, so it's getting very, very exciting because we're now starting to see the library really take shape. We've even started building our bookcases. So I'm gonna show you what we've been up to, but first I'm gonna show you the final touch I made for my bed in the Parisian Suite. I know everyone, I really appreciated everyone's input on the cushions, and so I have one final question for you on the bed, so let's go see. So I decided, I think I mentioned last week that I wanted to put a throw on to my bed. So I have my 3 cushions that I made last week, or I finished last week, and so this week I've added this throw just on the bottom piece of the bed. It matches the material on our bed crown, and I just had some extras, so I sewed it together with a very neutral backing, and I just have it kind of like a runner at the bottom of the bed, and I think it kind of just adds that little bit of extra interest and a bit of an extra touch to the bed, especially as the bedding is plain. So the question I have for you is, do you think I need a bolster cushion? Now, you remember a couple of weeks ago I showed you I purchased a bolster cushion because I was planning on having my large pillow, or my large cushion, my 2, and a bolster. And I'm kind of thinking I don't need it now with this throw at the bottom of the bed, but maybe I do. So let me know in the comments whether you think a bolster cushion, maybe in the red tile, will add to the bed or take away. And then I think it's done, because I don't want to overcomplicate it. I want it to look elegant, simple. I don't want to add too many more patterns, but I think this is really close. And in fact, I think it may be there, but let me know what you think about the bolster cushion. So it's time to start our next painting project. So today is a very exciting day because this yellow wall was here when we bought the manor, and it actually had another wall. If you remember way back in one of our first videos, we actually took this wall down. This used to be a very small bedroom, and from the very, very first time I ever came and saw the manor, I saw this space and I knew I wanted to make it into a library, and I wanted to get rid of this yellow wall. Now, I know lots of people like yellow. It's not one of my favorite colors, to be honest, but it definitely wasn't going to be the right color for this. So today, finally, I get to say goodbye to the yellow wall. And right now I'm just painting primer. You can see here the difference. Obviously this is the old yellow wall and this is new drywall. So we took out 5 tons of plaster from this area, the hallway area, I guess last summer, and it has now been all re-drywalled and it's ready for painting. But the first step is obviously primer. So this is what I'm doing today. So it's going to look very, very patchy at first, and then we get to paint the blue, because this wall is actually going to be a floor-to-ceiling bookcase for our library, and so I'm going to be building one of our bookcases in a little bit. But, and then this wall is going to be the gorgeous blue that we've chosen. So I am going to get working on getting this all painted with the primer, and then we can start work on the blue. Yellow is gone, and what a difference it makes. There's something very satisfying about building furniture, and I am right now building bookshelves for the library. I've done one. I'm on the smaller one right now, and then I've got another one of these big ones. And it looks very plain at the moment, but I'm actually going to paint these. So they're going to be the beautiful blue. And we're actually going to add some trim on the bottom and the top, so they kind of look like they're fitted on into the wall. But right now, the first job is to get this put together, and then I can start painting. So 2 down, 1 more to go, and then I start the fun job of painting and making them look like they belong in an old library. So in the library here, we have been working on the ceiling, and one of the things that we wanted to do is we wanted to make it a real feature. And so we've added in some drywall, a piece of drywall, all the way around the edge. So it really features this middle panel, which has got these beautiful plaster buttons and ceiling crowns. And so we're going to be repairing the ceiling crowns, but we wanted to make this inside a feature, and we've debated which way to go. What should we do? Colour, texture. Anyway, we finally decided that we are actually going to make this centre feature look like the sky. So we're going to paint it in a light blue, and we're going to add clouds. So it really has that outside feel. So my latest project is to paint this ceiling with a nice blue, which we're about to pick up tomorrow. And then I found this combination of these 3 colours to make the texture in the clouds. And it's really interesting. This is called a peach parfait. This one is called a majestic mauve. And then this one, which is my favourite, is called ice cream, vanilla ice cream. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use these and essentially layer them to create clouds on the ceiling. So yeah, it's the first time I've ever done ceiling painting, so that's going to be fun. But that's my project for this week. So next week I will show you what that is going to look like. But I'm really excited because I think this library is going to have, we really want to make it very, very unique. And so having that kind of ceiling is going to be really fun. So I'm going to get on with painting that. But in the meantime, don't forget, if you haven't entered our contest to be the first to win or the first person to stay in our Parisian Suite, it's running right now on Instagram. We've had lots of people enter, so jump onto our Instagram page and make sure you enter, because you could have the chance to win the opportunity to stay in our suite for the first time. You get Piccadilly coffee, you get a beautiful vintage coffee mug and creamer set from Montpre. You even get tickets for our the launch of our Thirsty Whippet pub. So, like I say, head over to Instagram and make sure you've entered that, and I'll see you next week on the next episode of the Lady Smith Manor Diaries.